Hello, this is Chris Brett from Eurogamer, joined by Ian Higton, and we've just played Titanfall 2. Ian, what did you think of it?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
It felt very good for someone who's familiar with Titanfall 1's controls. Very smooth, very fast still. Lots of new stuff as well that we'll go into in a bit, but the thing that really should be mentioned is we played it on the PlayStation 4, which first time Titanfall's come into the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I think it's very welcome there. I did actually check, so we had a DualShock controller, right? And then the kit itself, the thing running the game, was all locked away in a cabinet, so we didn't see a PlayStation 4, but I did press the PlayStation button and bring up a PlayStation 4 dashboard.
Yeah,
so if it's a fake, it's a convincing one.
It by putting a PC with the PlayStation 4 controller, but it seemed legit.
I think it was legit. Yeah, so it's very, very familiar. That fast gameplay, like wall running, the maneuverability in Titanfall is just extremely fun.
But we did play a new mode this time. What's it called? Bounty Hunt?
Bounty Hunt, yeah. So in this, there are like drop points, and around the drop points, AI enemies appear, so like grunts and specters. You kill enough of them, a Titan appears called a Bounty Titan, and a little bit more powerful than a standard Titan, and if you get the kill, you get the points. But importantly, you have to get the last hit, so you have to take all their health and then do a melee attack, either as a pilot or as a mech, to get the actual, all the points.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about it, because in a couple of games we played, those points and that Titan got stolen, and that's the whole point of the game, right? You're supposed to defend the kill itself. Yeah. But I found it a bit frustrating to be on the receiving end of a stolen kill.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun mode, but I still think I'm going to go back to attrition if they include that.
Sure, because, I think so. Outside of that, there was some new toys to play around with. So the mechs themselves feel very different now. I think there are going to be 6 in total at launch. We played with a couple of them, and they've got names and personalities. Yeah. I don't mean they've got feelings. I mean that they play very differently, and they have a real specific kit to them. Yeah. So we played with Ion, who was kind of an energy-focused Titan, and a range of attacks that all use the same energy meter, so you had to kind of balance which ones used and when. Yeah. I found it a bit tricky to get to grips with that Titan. I preferred Scorch, I think was the name of the other one.
So I didn't use Scorch. Yeah. What did Scorch do?
All about flames, really big into flames. So fairly powerful but slow standard attack, but backed up by some cool extra pieces that you can drop. Like these canisters with like a flammable gas, and then you can drop them around an area, fire it using your kind of flame weapon, and set the area alight.
So I loved using Ion, because if you charge up the call and then you press down, which is normally the button you press to call in your Titan or to put
this is like the special
AI mode if you're not in it. You press down to activate the special, and you do this like kind of beam of raw energy out of your chest that just burns things down.
Nice.
And I don't know if it was because I was nearly dead or what, but it seemed like every time I triggered it, I'd burn all this energy, and then my Titan would explode. So it's kind of like a last measures power up almost.
I just like it. It was fun to play with different Titans and actually have them feel significantly different. Like you preferred Ion, I much preferred Scorch. I think that's cool because people will be able to pick one the kind of kit they like. The other, there are some toys on the pilot side of things, like a kind of a hologram creator, I don't know what you call it, which makes like a duplicate of you. One that reveals the locations of nearby enemies. By far the most entertaining one was the grapple hook.
It's the only one I used.
I kept going back to that pilot.
I loved it. At first I was a little bit, it took me a little while to get used to, but once I found out you could grapple enemy characters or grunts or specters, you can grapple them towards you and then press the melee button to kick them. It's so cool. Yeah. And another thing I was doing was shooting the floor, and then it was dragging me kind of Just Cause 3 style, so shooting the floor and then double jumping, so it gets you speed up.
Nice.
Then you can launch yourself onto the tops of buildings. So.
Yeah, I just thought it was a really nice feature. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch recently, and I was expecting it to work like Widowmaker's grapple, where you point to something and it's like, I want to go right there. Yeah. You press it and then that's where you end up. In Titanfall, it's very much like, you have to think about the physics of it. So if you want to get over a ledge over there, you want to aim slightly higher up and swing round to it, or maybe use a jump halfway through or whatever. And I don't know, it just moving around in Titanfall is just a satisfying thing.
Yeah, it's all about the speed and the fluidity of the combat. And they've managed to keep that alive in this one.
Absolutely.
It did feel a little bit slower when I was playing with one of the other characters. I can't remember what the name was. It was like
Oh yeah, there
it
was
wasn't a
the
sniper,
loadouts, yeah,
it was
right.
a close range one who didn't have a grapple hook, so it's felt
Without
a
the
bit
grapple, you
slower,
lost a bit of it, yeah.
but all grapple hook all the way for me.
Yeah, so really, it's more Titanfall, it's on the PlayStation 4, and there's some cool new toys. I think that pretty much sums it up. Like, the new mode didn't blow me away, but like everything else felt like good, solid additions that I like to see in Titanfall.
Yeah, it was exciting, so yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.